Israeli military that the UN's mission in Lebanon calls a shocking violation. UNIFIL says Israeli tanks destroyed the main gate of its position in the south and fired several rounds. It's the latest Israeli attack on peacekeepers in the region. On Thursday, 2 UN peacekeepers were injured when an Israeli tank fired on an observation tower in the mission's headquarters in Nakura. Israeli forces also hit other UN positions in the area. Well, in a statement released by UNIFIL just a short time ago, the organisation said this: "We remind the IDF and all actors of their obligations to ensure the safety and security of UN personnel and property." It went on to say, breaching and entering a UN position is a further flagrant violation of international law, and any deliberate attack on peacekeepers is a grave violation of international humanitarian law. We have requested an explanation from the IDF from these shocking violations. UNIFIL, the UN peacekeepers that have been serving in southern Lebanon for decades now, not mincing their words in response to this act. They're calling it a flagrant violation, a breach of international law.
Certainly, Neve, and this is the most serious incident we've had in the southern Lebanon region that the UNIFIL mission has witnessed since the escalation between Hezbollah and Israel began about 3 weeks ago. This is the 4th incident in as many days, but today's incident appears to be the most serious. According to the statement released by UNIFIL, at least 15 of its peacekeepers were injured as a result of the fighting that took place in one of their missions in the central region of southern Lebanon along the border of the village area of Ramial. That is where, according to the statement, 2 Israeli tanks broke through the entrance of their facility, and they stayed within the compound for about 45 minutes. They requested UNIFIL to turn off the lights, the electricity in the compound, and UNIFIL officials refused to do so. When the tanks withdrew about an hour later, there was fighting that began, and they were firing towards a position about 100 meters north of the peacekeepers where they were staying. And that is when, according to the statement, the smoke that transpired from the fighting injured the peacekeepers. The statement having some very harsh words for Israeli military forces, saying that they disregarded warnings from UNIFIL and they continued to put their peacekeepers at risk. We have to remember that this mission has been in place in southern Lebanon since 1978. And the UNIFIL statement is not the only one that we've heard since the event transpired. We also heard from the interim caretaker Prime Minister, Najib Mikati, who says this is now a new escalation by Israeli forces to also target UNIFIL forces.